Chapter 1481, The Use of a Clone. Chapter 1481, The Use of a Clone. Translator. Atlas Studios. Editor. Atlas Studios. The clone passed the tribulation, becoming a time path rank 6 Gu immortal. Meanwhile, Fang Yuan's main body was still the rank 7 Gu immortal with the sovereign immortal body that cultivated all paths. Having a clone was very beneficial to Fang Yuan. Many things, especially the management of his immortal aperture, could be left to the clone to handle. Fang Yuan trusted himself absolutely. He was far more useful than any shadow sect member. Especially when they were the same person to begin with, their thoughts and wills were completely the same, there would not be any conflicts when they communicate, there would not even be small mistakes. Looking at how strong Shadow Sect was, it was not hard to imagine the usefulness of split souls. Shadow Sect had many members, but they were united and did not fear sacrificing themselves. That was because they were the same person to begin with. Fang Yuan paid a huge price to make his clone a rank 6 Gu immortal. Firstly, the deduction used up a lot of his time and effort. The parallel refinement of Spring-Autumn Cicada also used a bunch of immortal materials, and after creating the clone successfully, it also needed to cultivate. Even though that was not too important, it was something he had to invest in. And because he used split soul, Fang Yuan's soul foundation fell from 10 million man soul to 9 million man soul. It had shrunk greatly. Fang Yuan had to accumulate his soul foundation again, but thankfully, with the 2 soul path sacred lands, he could progress quickly. Fang Yuan's development was not obstructed. As for Fang Yuan's clone, because it had Fang Yuan's split soul, it was half an otherworldly demon. The body originated from this world, it was still restricted by fate. Fang Yuan could not do anything about that. Unless he could mimic Shadow Sect and create another sovereign immortal fetus Gu for his clone. But Shadow Sect spent 100,000 years to refine one sovereign immortal fetus Gu. It was basically impossible to make a second one. For the following days, Fang Yuan's main body rested while his clone got rid of the lingering strength path Dao marks inside the self-cleansing immortal Gu formation. Fang Yuan had originally ascended his second aperture to become a strength path Gu immortal. After that, he turned into an immortal zombie and the immortal aperture disintegrated. All of the strength path Dao marks were left on his body. Fang Yuan decided to use the self-cleansing formation to get rid of the clone's unnecessary strength path Dao marks. The clone's body was not special, Dao marks of different paths conflicted. After careful consideration, Fang Yuan decided to let his clone cultivate time path. Earlier, Fang Yuan considered dual cultivating strength path and time path, because he did not have the sovereign immortal body. Now that he had the sovereign immortal body in aperture, his focus was on cultivating that. The clone was only supplementary. Thus, the plan to refine second aperture Gu for the clone was cancelled. Another aperture meant that it would turn into an immortal aperture when he ascends to immortal. Since Fang Yuan chose time path, this immortal aperture would cultivate time path. But what use was that? Another high-grade or super-grade blessed land was useless to Fang Yuan now. Rather than developing this blessed land, he should divert all of his effort into the sovereign immortal aperture. And Fang Yuan's sovereign immortal aperture was only at 4% development now. There were too few resources in it. He needed to put in a lot of work on it. Maybe the biggest use of second immortal aperture is the availability of another vital Gu. Fang Yuan thought. The biggest advantage of a vital Gu was that even if refinement fails, it would not be destroyed. The life of the vital Gu was connected to the Gu immortal themselves. Of course, if the Gu immortal dies during the Gu refinement, the vital Gu would also be destroyed. Currently, Fang Yuan did not have a need for vital Gu. Among his immortal Gu, the most important, Spring-Autumn Cicada, was already a vital Gu. Other than handling his mundane tasks, the clone could ensure that Spring-Autumn Cicada would never be destroyed when trying to refine it in the future. You are awake. Fang Yuan looked at Sixth Hair. Sixth Hair opened his eyes slowly. He still felt weak. After seeing Fang Yuan, the first thing he asked was, "Sect leader, did the Gu refinement succeed?" "Yes." Fang Yuan nodded. Great. Sixth Hair smiled and said, that means our second round of Gu refinement has been completed. During the first round, Fang Yuan refined Cleanse Soul, Self-Love, and Snack. During the second round, he refined Spring Autumn Cicada and Heavenly Secret. Fang Yuan paid a huge price to refine Gu. But all in all, his luck was very good. There were some Gu immortals who could not succeed after 100 tries after all. Of course, the Luck Path True Inheritance and Luck Path Immortal Gu that Fang Yuan had were of a huge assistance to him. On the other hand, Xianxia sect played a crucial role. If not for Xianxia Land Spirit and Sixth Hair's help, how could Fang Yuan's Gu refinement attempts have been so smooth? What are the red snake tattoos on your body? Fang Yuan had a dark gaze. It's nothing. Sixth Hair's gaze flickered. When you were unconscious, I had already inspected it. This refinement path killer move seems to expend your lifespan to increase your refinement path abilities. If I am not wrong, when the red snake tattoos reach your head, you will die. Fang Yuan said directly. Sixth Hair was silent for a while before saying, Sect leader is right. My life is not important, I only hope that you can attack Heavenly Court and save my main body. Heavenly Court. Fang Yuan sighed as he looked at the sky. Sixth Hair quickly added, Sect leader, no need to be discouraged, the enemy is strong indeed, but you have already regained Spring Autumn Cicada, you will inherit Red Lotus True Inheritance soon. Red Lotus Demon Venerable's True Inheritance likely contains the method to defeat Heavenly Court, after all, he was the immortal Venerable Seed chosen by Heavenly Court. Fang Yuan nodded, he knew the things that Sixth Hair knew. It was hard for him to stop Heavenly Court from repairing Fate Gu alone in just 10 years. But with Red Lotus True Inheritance, there was a sliver of hope. Since Spring Autumn Cicada was now Fang Yuan's completely, the next step of his plan should be to find Red Lotus True Inheritance. But Fang Yuan shook his head, I am in no rush to find Red Lotus True Inheritance, I can continue to increase my strength now. Heavenly Court will not allow me to take Red Lotus True Inheritance so easily, they must have arrangements inside the River of Time. Even though Heavenly Court could not find Fang Yuan, they knew that he would enter the River of Time and find Red Lotus True Inheritance. Fang Yuan did not need to think to know that Heavenly Court had already laid an ambush in the River of Time. It was necessary to find Red Lotus True Inheritance, but before that, not only did he need Spring Autumn Cicada, he also needed enough battle strength to break through Heavenly Court's ambush. In this aspect, Fang Yuan had more work to do. Tell me everything about this refinement path killer move that you created, I will deduce for you and resolve the problem of this killer move for you. Sixth Hair, don't sacrifice yourself unnecessarily, I will need your help in the future to control Xianxia sect. Sixth Hair's heart jumped, he had the same thought too. Even though he was helpless against the backlash, it did not mean Fang Yuan could not resolve it. Especially with the light of wisdom. The parallel refinement of Spring Autumn Cicada and the tribulation of his clone was naturally done in the wilderness. After keeping the clone in his sovereign immortal aperture, Fang Yuan went back to Xianxia Blessed Land with Sixth Hair using the teleportation Gu formation. After entering Xianxia Blessed Land, they would be under Xianxia Land Spirit's supervision. Sixth Hair and Fang Yuan could not talk, they parted as supreme elders of the sect. Fang Yuan did not return to his cloud city to rest, he came to Wisdom Gu. He opened his immortal aperture door and his clone flew out. The clone was a living being, Wisdom Gu did not respond. But soon, after the clone used strength reversing life and death to become an immortal zombie again, Wisdom Gu flew around him in uncertainty. What? Fang Yuan's heart jumped. Wisdom Gu was only flying around, it did not emit the light of wisdom. Fang Yuan's clone spoke, "Oh Wisdom Gu, I was the one who made the agreement with you. Did you forget what we agreed upon?" Wisdom Gu was floating in front of Fang Yuan's clone, it was assessing him while hesitating. After a while, it went back to the tree leaf and landed, emitting the light of wisdom. Fang Yuan finally let out a sigh of relief. It was quite a shock, Wisdom Gu almost did not acknowledge Fang Yuan's identity. I became a time path Gu immortal, my cultivation level rose and my strength path Dao marks were removed, and also due to the split soul, Wisdom Gu became very hesitant. No matter the reason, I need to be careful in the future. Even if my clone's cultivation level remains stagnant, I need to maintain this. I cannot lose the light of wisdom. Fang Yuan was a little gloomy. The Wisdom Gu in The Legends of Renzu was extremely intelligent. It even scammed Renzu several times. Why was it so stupid here? It did not show the intelligence of Wisdom Gu at all. Was this because The Legends of Renzu was a story, or was there any other reason? If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know. Report chapter so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1482, Iron Dragonfish. Chapter 1482, Iron Dragonfish. Translator. Atlas Studios. Editor. Atlas Studios. Sixth Hair's problem was more difficult than Fang Yuan had thought. The Refinement Path Killer move he created was called Refinement Snake Lifespan Flower. It not only contained the essence of Refinement Path, it also involved the karma of Rule Path. Sixth Hair created this move using an incomplete Gu refinement method from Langya Sect's treasury as the inspiration. Fang Yuan deduced it and realized, Refinement Snake Lifespan Flower was not so easy to fix. If he was careless, Sixth Hair might lose his life. Thus, Fang Yuan changed his tactic and slowed down. If my refinement path attainment level is higher, I will need much less time to deduce refinement snake lifespan flower. Fang Yuan would not concentrate on this problem like he did with Heaven's Will Dissipation Refinement Path Immortal Formation, because Sixth Hair's problem needed a lot of time to resolve. And Sixth Hair was not in any rush. As long as he did not use this move anymore, he would not lose his life. Fang Yuan continued his soul path cultivation while deducing. Dang Hun Mountain and Luo Pa Valley were truly the sacred lands of soul cultivation. The soul foundation of Fang Yuan's main body started to rise rapidly again. But the clone did not cultivate this. The reason was conflicting Dao marks. Dang Hun Mountain and Luo Pa Valley were filled with soul path Dao marks, be it Guts Gu or Luo Pa winds, they were in essence adding soul path Dao marks to Fang Yuan's soul. The clone soul had already received the maximum portion from Fang Yuan. If the soul foundation increased, it would disrupt his time path cultivation. Thus, Fang Yuan did not even give the clone ghost official garment. As for how to defend against Heaven's Will, Fang Yuan had his time path method, even though the effect was inferior to ghost official garment. But the time path method complemented the clone's cultivation, the advantages outweighed the disadvantages. Even though Fang Yuan's main body had non-conflicting Dao marks and could cultivate all paths, in such a special situation, he still needed to pay attention to killer moves of different paths. For example, Ghost Official Garment was greatly weakened due to ghostly concealment. Other than deducing Sixth Hair's problem and the killer move to protect the time path clone from Heaven's Will, Fang Yuan had to modify his luck path killer moves. Wisdom Path, Sword Path, and Soul Path killer moves had already been modified to his limit, now was Luck Path. Fang Yuan had many useful Luck Path true inheritances. Among these assorted inheritances, the most prominent ones were Giant Sun Immortal Venerable's Self-Luck and all living beings' Luck true inheritances. Fang Yuan had the complete content of the former and an incomplete version of the latter. He had many Luck Path Immortal Gu, Dog Shit Luck, Chi Luck, Luck Inspection, Connect Luck, and Time Luck were all rank 6, they were not very suitable to Fang Yuan now since he was already rank 7. Fang Yuan was not going to rank up his Luck Path Immortal Gu for now, his focus was to refine one Gu, it was Spring Autumn Cicada. Rank 6 Spring Autumn Cicada could only allow rank 6 Gu Immortals to rebirth. Fang Yuan had rank 7 cultivation level now, he needed rank 7 Spring Autumn Cicada. Either that or rank 6 Spring Autumn Cicada used as a core of a rank 7 Immortal Killer move. He was still at the initial stage of Spring Autumn Cicada's refinement. Sixth Hair was in charge of the entire Immortal Gu recipe, he was collecting the necessary Gu materials. Fang Yuan did not forget to practice his killer moves. He had modified his soul path killer moves long ago, he was very skilled with them now. Fang Yuan would practice the sword path and wisdom path killer moves from time to time, revising their usage. Fang Yuan knew that he had to work hard during peaceful times. By the time he fights, these killer moves would be instinctive to him. If his killer move fails during battle and he loses his momentum, that would be a disaster. Among the killer moves he practiced, Wisdom Path Killer Move Exposing Heavenly Secret was the most important. This killer move used Heavenly Secret Immortal Gu as the core to deduce the contents of the following tribulation. Of course, there was a limit to it. Fang Yuan could not deduce the content of his next grand tribulation yet, he needed to wait for some time. Other than exposing Heavenly Secret, Fang Yuan also needed to practice Heaven's Will Dissipation. This killer move was Fang Yuan's greatest success during this period of time. He was not going to give it up. Exposing Heavenly Secret allowed Fang Yuan to learn about the thinking of Heaven's will. Heaven's Will Dissipation was a countermeasure that needed to be modified further, because it took a long time to prepare. It could only be used in the background now, it could not be utilized in an actual battle. His Red Date Immortal Essence was barely enough for use. His Immortal Essence stone storage had run dry already. The members of Shadow Sect were all developing well. Making use of Tai Chiu, they were accumulating resources, replenishing the amount they lost while escaping from southern border. They even improved in some aspects. Fang Yuan only took away the souls of the desolate beasts and ancient desolate beasts that they captured. The remaining corpses were immortal materials that could be sold for a high price. Fang Yuan did not go after their gains. On one hand he was not attracted to this small amount, on another hand he wanted to maintain the rules of Shadow Sect. At the crucial moment, Fang Yuan could borrow resources from them for emergencies. Fang Yuan was not shy to do that. But if he tried that now, he would ruin their momentum and growth. The cost was too high compared to the benefits in this situation. Even though he obtained Shadow Sect's inheritance and gained a deeper understanding of Heavenly Court, there were many things that Fang Yuan did not know. Against such a huge organization, the tactic of Shadow Sect that they used in the 500 years of his previous life were worth mimicking. Thus, other than his own cultivation, Fang Yuan started plotting. He had some relationship with the 5 regions in some way or another now. Even though he was wanted by the righteous path forces of Northern Plains including Longevity Heaven, he had become part of the Variant Human Alliance due to the engagement. His relationship with the Variant Humans was very close now. The problem now was that Fang Yuan lacked funds. Consecutive Gu refinement, cultivation, and practice of killer moves made his funds run dry. Even though he scrimped and saved, and his Red Date Immortal Essence also replenish on its own, Fang Yuan's advancement was too fast. He was operating at a deficit now. His funds could not catch up to his expenditure. For this problem, Fang Yuan's solution was the dragonfish business. But not long ago, Yu Chan also started to sell copper dragonfish. Fang Yuan was slightly surprised. But Fang Yuan soon accepted the fact. Dragonfish was different from Daoist Gu. New products could be deduced and created by his competitors too. This was like how Fang Yuan modified the light shine fungi. He could modify people's products, they could do the same to him. It was not like the Daoist Gu business. Other than him, nobody else could produce it. That was truly the monopoly that Gu immortals dreamed of. Thus, it was not strange that others could sell copper dragonfish. Fang Yuan was only surprised that Yu Chan did it so quickly. Days passed by. Immortal killer move, years pass like days. The tributary of the River of Time in Sovereign Immortal Aperture expanded rapidly. The river water started to flow faster. The Sovereign Immortal Aperture originally had very high rate of time to begin with. After using this killer move, the time flow became even faster. This way, calamities and tribulations would occur more rapidly. But Fang Yuan had no fear. He was already unmoved by calamities and tribulations at this point. As for grand tribulations, he had Heavenly Secret Gu and exposing Heavenly Secret. What was there to fear? The increase in his rate of time also led to the increased production of other resources. Especially dragonfish. In Dragon Scale Sea area, a large number of dragonfish were swimming around. Most were ordinary red dragonfish, 30% were copper dragonfish, and the rest were black in color. This is my iron dragonfish. Fang Yuan smiled. With this huge formation, his dragonfish did not need to be researched on. The modification was automated. This time, after I sell the iron dragonfish, I wonder how Yu Chan will react. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know. Report chapter so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1483, Silver Dragonfish. Chapter 1483, Silver Dragonfish. Translator. Atlas Studios. Editor. Atlas Studios. Iron Dragonfish. Yuchan breathed in deeply. She wanted to calm her mind down, but she soon gave up despondently. Her gaze flickered, her expression was in a daze. Fang Yuan placed the iron dragonfish into the market and caused a small commotion in Treasure Yellow Heaven. The dragonfish market was very big to begin with. There were Gu immortals who tried to modify dragonfish, but they all ended in failure. This was because food path had never been well circulated in history. But this time, Fang Yuan actually modified the dragonfish twice. The Gu immortals were all astute figures, they understood the meaning behind this modification. Fang Yuan was very likely to have very high food path attainment, or had inherited a food path true inheritance. The others could understand this. Yuchan was the same. This was why she had suffered a huge blow, her mind was in turmoil. A small iron dragonfish was nothing, but the meaning behind it was like a huge mountain pressing down on her. She could barely breathe. No matter what, I cannot give up like this. However, the previous copper dragonfish modification already expended all of my foundation. In the short time, I cannot succeed in modifying iron dragonfish. What should I do? Yuchan knew her limits. She was sure that she could not deal with Fang Yuan alone. Soon, a figure appeared in her mind. Don't tell me. I need to get help from her. Yuchan was hesitant, there was a dark air deep in her eyes. Several days later, in White Crane Sea area. This place had a clear breeze and a calm sea that resembled a mirror. There was blue skies and white clouds, there was a clear horizon between the sea and sky, countless white cranes were flying around or standing elegantly on the small islands and resting. It was a scene of serenity and peace. At the center of this sea area, the owner of this place was laughing loudly, evidently happy. Ha ha ha, Yuchan, oh Yuchan, you finally thought it through. Qinbai he was extremely happy, she laughed as she looked at Fairy Yuchan, her gaze was invasive and extremely provocative. Yuchan snorted coldly, turning her gaze away from Qinbai he, feeling rather unhappy. Qinbai he was the owner of White Crane Sea area. She was extremely beautiful and tall, she had an elegant neck and long legs, she was one of the 6 beauties of Eastern Sea, like Yuchan. However, different from the other beautiful fairies, Qinbai he did not like men, she only liked female immortals. She had a rank 6 immortal Gu house in White Crane Sea area, it was called Baihe Palace. 1. There were countless women living in it. This was her harem which stayed with her at all times, engaging in unspeakable activities. Qinbai he walked forward and held Yuchan's hands, she had an extremely indulgent expression as she said, so smooth, oh Yuchan, you know that I want you for the longest time. I desire to have you. From today onwards, you will be the empress of my Baihe palace. Humph. Yuchan wanted to pull her hand away, but Qinbai he grabbed them tightly. Yuchan had a cold expression, she snorted, let go. Qinbai he obediently let go, the two had an agreement already, she knew that Yuchan was hers and could not escape anymore. There was no need to force her now, she had lots of time and energy to slowly savor Yuchan. After Yuchan pulled her hands away, she took 2 steps back, Qinbai he, don't forget what you promised me. Qinbai he chuckled, of course, neither of us can solve the problem of the iron dragonfish alone in the short run. But as long as we work together, if we put our hearts into it, we will definitely be able to resolve this. That guy who tried to challenge you will not be smug for long. Yuchan nodded slightly. Qinbai he was not spouting nonsense. Yuchan had known her for many years, she knew a lot about her foundation. Immediately, Yuchan stayed inside Baihe Palace and the two worked together for days and nights, using all of their energy to resolve the iron dragonfish issue. Yuchan needed to try her best. Her main source of revenue was the dragonfish business. She could not give up on it, otherwise, her cultivation would be greatly affected. When Gu immortals cultivate, they need to gain strength continuously. If anything goes wrong, they would be in danger against calamities and tribulations. Even if they did not die from calamities and tribulations, as long as they suffered heavy injuries, it would be a vicious cycle and the Gu immortal would get weaker. They would eventually die from future calamities and tribulations. More than 10 days later, an iron dragonfish appeared in Baihe Palace. Looking at this iron dragonfish, Yu-chan wanted to shed tears of joy. Because this dragonfish was not bought in Treasure Yellow Heaven, it was forcefully bred by Qin Baihe and her cooperating together. This iron dragonfish meant that Yu-chan also had the method to breed her own iron dragonfish now. I have not lost in this battle of dragonfish yet. Yu-chan cheered herself on. I was not wrong about you, Yu-chan. Do you know that you are the dreamiest when you are serious? Beside her, Qin Baihe was looking at Yu-chan with enchanted eyes. Yu-chan's joy faded from her face as it turned cold. We cannot be careless, the other party is very mysterious. He created the iron dragonfish and copper dragonfish, he had very deep food path foundation. We have merely just created this new species, and gotten on the same level as him. I understand what you mean. You are afraid that the other party will bring out even more superior dragonfish? Qin Baihe had a solemn expression. The worry that they had came true a few days later. Silver dragonfish. Fang Yuan's third attack. The silver dragonfish had even more food path Dao marks than iron dragonfish. This time, the commotion in Treasure Yellow Heaven was larger and wider than before. Many Gu immortals noticed this and started to investigate Fang Yuan at full force. Of course, they would not be able to find anything. The appearance of the silver dragonfish was an immense blow to Qin Baihe and Yu-chan. These two Eastern Sea beauties were stunned. After researching it, the silver dragonfish's superiority made them feel deeply pressured. They had gone all out for the iron dragonfish earlier. With the difficulty of this silver dragonfish, they needed several years of hard work on it or there would be no hope. Furthermore, Yu-chan and Qin Baihe could not place all their energy on the silver dragonfish. They needed to interact with people and rest. They also needed to cultivate, manage their immortal aperture, and practice killer moves. The silver dragonfish was bound to appear in Fang Yuan's case. But for Yu-chan and Qin Baihe, they needed to put in lots of research. Silver dragonfish had a much higher difficulty to deduce compared to iron dragonfish. It's over, I am no longer his match. I can only give up the dragonfish business, and I need to let go completely without any reservations. Even with Yu-chan's determined personality, she was completely in despair now. The difference in their strength made Yu-chan unable to see any hope of victory. Qin Baihe was also helpless. She also bit her lips until it bled. She was very unhappy that she was unable to help her beloved, given her prideful personality. But just as the two female immortals were in despair, an unexpected force came in to interfere. This colossal organization was none other than Heavenly Court. It turned out that Heavenly Court had never given up searching for and trying to kill Fang Yuan. Even though they could not find Fang Yuan now, Heavenly Court's fairy Zi-Wei was not useless. The moment Fang Yuan sold the copper dragonfish, her attention was drawn to it. When Fang Yuan sold the iron dragonfish and silver dragonfish in Treasure Yellow Heaven, Fairy Zi-Wei focused her attention on it. Even though she was not absolutely certain that the seller of the new dragonfish species was Fang Yuan, she would rather be safe than sorry. Spectral Soul Demon Venerable had obtained the most original food path inheritance back then. Fang Yuan is the new leader of Shadow Sect. After getting its inheritance, he naturally has that food path inheritance too. Dragonfish is the most signature product of food path. The dragonfish species has never changed over many years. The Gu immortal that modified it time and again is likely to be Fang Yuan. Fairy Zi-Wei knew, Spectral Soul Demon Venerable had lots of avenues and did not need the dragonfish profit. With his personality, he also did not favor business management. He used killing to resolve all his problems. But Fang Yuan was different. The more she learned about Fang Yuan, the more attention Fairy Zi Wei placed on him. This otherworldly demon had brains and brawn, he could lower his status if needed, if given enough time to develop and resources to use, he would be an immense threat. Thus, Fairy Zi Wei did not hesitate, she interfered and helped Yuchan and Qin Bai He. On one hand, Fairy Zi Wei did not want to expose herself openly. On the other hand, helping these two would allow her to interfere in Eastern Sea, in the future 5 regions chaotic war. This would be a hidden card, she was killing 2 birds with 1 stone. A wisdom path Gu immortal was most clear on how to maximize their benefits. Heavenly Court was extremely affluent after all, its foundation was unfathomably deep, even for food path, they had lots of foundation in it. Even though they lacked the inheritance of the source of food path, they had a lot of other inheritances. After getting Heavenly Court's help, Yuchan and Qin Bai He had a boost of morale, they did not sleep for dozens of days, they actually created the silver dragonfish. This way, Yuchan also had the silver dragonfish. This was out of Fang Yuan's expectations. He had thought that the silver dragonfish would decide the competition of the dragonfish business, but his hopes were dashed, the dragonfish business went into a deadlock again. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report chapter so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1484, Fang Yuan's Kindness. Chapter 1484, Fang Yuan's Kindness. Translator. Atlas Studios. Editor. Atlas Studios. Inside the Sovereign Immortal Aperture. Mini Eastern Sea. Dragon Scale Sea Area. A Gu immortal was floating in the air with fluttering sleeves, looking down at the sea below him. He had a common face but extraordinary aura, he had abyss-like eyes that gave off deep wisdom and experience. It was Fang Yuan's rank 6 Gu immortal time path clone. Right now, the seawater was in turbulence and waves were rumbling, but there was no wind at all. My sovereign immortal aperture has no atmospheric changes, there are neither winds nor clouds here. The reason this dragon scale sea area has waves is because my main body set up that immortal formation. The time path clone thought. Right now, dragon scale sea area was the #1 sea area in the sovereign immortal aperture. It was Fang Yuan's current focus for development, he had invested a huge sum of funds. The time path clone looked over, seeing that within the tides and waves, countless dragonfish were swimming about, they were densely packed and the number was terrifying. Fang Yuan had put in a lot of investments, along with the sovereign immortal aperture's high rate of time, and his food path methods, the dragonfish bred rapidly, the numbers soared. Not just the ordinary dragonfish, there were even many copper dragonfish, some iron dragonfish, and a few silver dragonfish. Fang Yuan's clone looked beyond these dragonfish, towards the depths of the dragonfish group. Soon, his expression turned to joy, he found his target. This was a dragonfish shining like gold, it had densely packed golden scales, its eyes were not as dull as the other dragonfish, there was sharpness in them. Compared to the other dragonfish, it was the smallest, it was not even the size of a person's palm, it was tiny. But Fang Yuan's clone could sense that this golden-scaled dragonfish had only food path Dao marks in it and no other path's Dao marks. Even though it was small, it gave off a true ancient desolate beast aura. The other dragonfish could only reach desolate beast at most, but the golden dragonfish could become ancient desolate beast. This was not to be underestimated, it meant that after becoming golden, the dragonfish had gone beyond the limits of its species and reached a brand new level. At this point, the golden dragonfish is the limit of development. Fang Yuan's clone sighed. The ancient golden dragonfish swam in the sea, be it the ordinary dragonfish, desolate beast dragonfish, copper dragonfish, iron dragonfish, or silver dragonfish, they were all moving around it. The ancient golden dragonfish was the king of the dragonfish, once it appeared, all of the lower dragonfish species would all defend and follow it. Even I, the owner of these dragonfish, have lower control of the dragonfish group compared to the ancient golden dragonfish. Fang Yuan's clone nonchalantly watched with a flickering gaze. It could be said that if Fang Yuan and the ancient golden dragonfish fought for control over these dragonfish, Fang Yuan would lose to it. This ancient desolate beast only needed to exist to gain the loyalty of all the dragonfish without question. But that is not a problem. The ancient golden dragonfish controls the dragonfish while I control the ancient golden dragonfish itself. Unfortunately, dragonfish have no fighting strength. Even the ancient golden dragonfish is bottom tier in battle strength compared to other ancient desolate beasts. Therefore, these dragonfish can only be used as goods. Time passed quickly, half a month passed. Yu-chan had a tough time during this period. Even though she succeeded in breeding the silver dragonfish, she had used the help of Qin Baihe, Heavenly Court, and Fang Yuan's silver dragonfish. Thus, even though she could produce silver dragonfish, in terms of production, she could not compare to Fang Yuan, the originator. Fang Yuan was currently dominating her in terms of dragonfish business in Treasure Yellow Heaven. The silver dragonfish was simply too useful, and since Fang Yuan did not raise prices by too much, the other dragonfish competitors were outmatched. And Fang Yuan sold silver dragonfish at a far larger scale than Yu-chan. The difference in their strength was evident. Fang Yuan had the clear advantage. However, Yu-chan did not give up, she was still persevering in putting up a fight. White Crane Sea Area. Qin Baihe laughed loudly. Ha ha ha, I finally got through this difficult part, our method has improved again. This way, our silver dragonfish production will increase greatly. Yu-chan had a haggard look, but joy was in her eyes. She had worked with Qin Baihe for half a month without resting, along with the use of Heavenly Court's findings. But, even with such a result, our production still cannot match that person. Yu-chan sighed. Little Chan Air, don't worry, as long as we work together, we can resolve this. That silver dragonfish is not Daoist Gu after all. By then, our production will be on par with him. Qin Baihe was quite optimistic. But even then, we will only be equal with him. It is too difficult to continue innovating, we do not have the strength. That means we can only be at a stalemate with him at best. And this is under the assumption that he does not produce any newer species of dragonfish. Yu-chan shook her head. Qin Baihe opened her mouth and wanted to comfort Yu-chan, but no words came out. The truth was, at this point in the battle, the result was already quite clear. Yu-chan was not Fang Yuan's match, she could only act passively and try to catch up to him to balance the situation. They did not have any way of winning, unless there was strong help given to them by external influences. Like Heavenly Court. It had a large number of food path inheritances. But why would Fairy Zi-Wei help Qin Baihe and Yu-chan unconditionally? Both sides were from different regions. Qin Baihe and Yu-chan were very alert when working with Heavenly Court. But Fairy Zi-Wei's intention was to lure these two into becoming pawns of Heavenly Court that infiltrated Eastern Sea's Gu immortal world. The 5 regions' chaotic war was about to start. Heavenly Court had to start planning before the Great Era. I am afraid this person selling dragonfish is Fang Yuan. Using him, I can pressure Yu-chan and Qin Baihe to become the pawns of my Heavenly Court. But within Heavenly Court, Fairy Zi-Wei was paying close attention to Treasure Yellow Heaven. The thing that stifled her was that Fang Yuan was not doing anything. After putting up the silver dragonfish, he stopped doing anything. He only sold the dragonfish normally. This situation made Fairy Zi-Wei feel a sense of unease. She knew that Fang Yuan was not a person to take matters lying down. If that really is Fang Yuan, he definitely has a trump card. He is a ruthless person, he does not leave others a way out. The current situation of this dragonfish business is not something he'll accept. While Fairy Zi-Wei was thinking of this, Eastern Sea's Yu-chan suddenly had a change of expression. What is it, Chan Air? Qin Baihe asked in concern. Oh no. My dragonfish sea is being attacked by a Gu immortal. The Gu formation has been destroyed, I must return. Yu-chan screamed in anxiety. Even though her immortal aperture had a lot of dragonfish, the bulk of them were in the Dragonfish Sea area. The Dragonfish Sea area was the foundation of her finances, most of her assets were there, how could she let anyone destroy it? Qin Baihe realized the severity of the issue, she grabbed Yu Chan's hand, there is no time, I will go with you. Don't worry, I want to see who has the guts to act so arrogantly in front of us. The immortal Gu house flew out like a rainbow, carrying the two fairies' rage as it went from White Crane Sea area to Dragonfish Sea area. The two sea areas were not too far away, this was why Yu Chan could stay at Qin Baihe's place without too much worry. Thus, when they reached Dragonfish Sea area, the attacker had not left yet. Yu Chan's immortal Gu formation had already been half destroyed, that Gu immortal was still taking the dragonfish into his immortal aperture. Such guts! Even with Yu Chan's great disposition, she became furious upon seeing her dragonfish, which were raised with such difficulty, taken away in front of her. Who are you? You dare to attack my woman's place, today will be your death date. Qin Baihe shouted as she transmitted to Yu Chan. Chan Air, be careful, this person is quite weird, his method to take the dragonfish is very skillful. Even though Qin Baihe was angry, she had not lost her reason, she assessed the place and had a clear understanding of the current situation. Yu Chan looked over following Qin Baihe's guidance and her heart jumped. The mysterious Gu immortal did not use any immortal methods, he was only controlling an ancient desolate beast, but the dragonfish that Yu Chan raised obediently followed him into his immortal aperture. Yu Chan took a closer look and felt even more shocked, what is going on? This tiny golden-scaled ancient desolate beast is a dragonfish? Golden, dragonfish? Don't tell me this person is my opponent in Treasure Yellow Heaven. Wait, according to Heavenly Court, this person is likely to be Fang Yuan. Yu Chan had just thought of this when the person taking the dragonfish closed his immortal aperture's entrance and turned around to face the two furious fairies. You are finally here, my effort to wait here was not wasted, you managed to come. He, I am Fang Yuan, remember this name. To be able to know the name of your murderer before death, this is my act of kindness towards you. Fang Yuan said this as the entire world changed, an immortal battlefield appeared and trapped Yu Chan and Qin Baihe. Qin Baihe and Yu Chan were immensely shocked, they looked at each other with pale faces. Fang Yuan was a vicious fiend with rank 8 battle strength, why was he here? Wasn't he hiding somewhere in seclusion because of Heavenly Court's pursuit? Why did he dare to come out? And why was he so arrogant and vicious, he dared to attack another Gu immortal's territory in broad daylight? If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know, report chapter so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1485, Purple Star Broken Life. Chapter 1485, Purple Star Broken Life. Translator. Atlas Studios. Editor. Atlas Studios. Looking at the panicking Qin Baihe and Yu Chan, Fang Yuan had a cold gaze. It seems that the Gu immortal world has been peaceful for too long, and this eastern sea has been too prosperous and peaceful due to their abundant resources, they were completely caught off guard by my attack. If this was during the 5 regions chaotic war, the world would be in turmoil, every Gu immortal would be extremely alert, but before this, there was lasting peace, Gu immortals cultivated on their own, focusing on their immortal apertures, very few would go out and fight to the death. Firstly, the immortal aperture would have calamities and tribulations once in a while. Secondly, Gu immortals had all sorts of complex relationships, attacking one would attract more enemies. Thirdly, information was not perfect, Gu immortals could hide deeply and often, one unknown immortal killer move could turn the situation around. The risks were high and rewards were little, Gu immortals normally did not want to engage in life and death battles. But this was different for Fang Yuan's case. I have rank 8 battle strength, why would I care about your friends and network, what is there to fear even if I kill you? Battle strength was Fang Yuan's assurance, as well as his wisdom path attainment. After committing a crime, at worst he could run away. The world was huge, even Heavenly Court and Heavens will could not do anything to Fang Yuan now, not to mention the rest. And the third aspect, information. Shadow Sect had a lot of information across all 5 regions. Qin Baihe and Yu Chan did not know about Fang Yuan's background, but he knew a lot about them. As long as I kill Yu Chan, the dragonfish business will be mine alone, the profits will be immense. Even if Heavenly Court wanted to obstruct Fang Yuan, they could not succeed easily. Because these resources needed to grow in specific environments, results would only show after some time. Fang Yuan was like a tortoise doing his best to develop and absorb his gains, raising his strength. He was like a venomous snake digesting all the food he ingested. He was feeling a bit of hunger now. He acted shockingly, directly going to Eastern Sea and sneak attacking suddenly. He caught Yu Chan and Qin Baihe off guard with this move. The 2 fairies here were very juicy loot. Especially Yu Chan, she cultivated water path and had a water path immortal aperture. Fang Yuan's water path attainment level was Grandmaster, he could annex her immortal aperture, it was very useful. Yu Chan and Qin Baihe looked at Fang Yuan, they could sense his deep killing intent, mixed in with greed and ruthlessness. The situation was terrible now. The 2 women panicked, their hearts were beating, they knew that they were in danger. Qin Baihe forced herself to calm down, telling her companion, Chan even though we are rank 7, our strength will not increase much if we work together, our compatibility in battle is quite low. This enemy is too powerful, we cannot fight him directly, we need to escape. Qin Baihe wanted to retreat before even fighting him. There was no helping it, Fang Yuan's reputation was renowned in the 5 regions now. Yu Chan and Qin Baihe were famous people in Eastern Sea, but how could they compare to Fang Yuan? Yu Chan agreed with Qin Baihe's words deeply, she frowned and transmitted, I think the same. But we are trapped inside the immortal battlefield killer move, how can we escape? This immortal battlefield was completely flawless, like a dark red egg trapping the 3 immortals. There were countless purple stars in the egg shell, shining dazzlingly. The scene was beautiful, but Yu Chan did not have the mood to appreciate it. She wanted nothing more than to smash the egg and create a hole so that she could escape. Qin Baihe quickly replied, I have a method to penetrate the immortal battlefield, to communicate with the outside world and draw in reinforcements. That's great. Yu Chan was joyful. Normally speaking, once a person was trapped in an immortal battlefield, they would be isolated from the outside world, they could not connect to treasure yellow heaven. But this relationship was like a spear and a shield, one side was stronger than another. If the spear was stronger, it would penetrate the defense, but if the shield was stronger, the spear would be helpless. Qin Baihe was one of the 6 fairies of Eastern Sea, similar to Yu Chan, if she sought for help outside, she would get lots of responses. In fact, the 2 of them were even slightly linked to Eastern Sea rank 8 Gu immortals. Even though asking for help would make them owe favors and leave debts behind, their lives were at stake, they did not care. Alright, go ahead, I will defend you. Yu Chan had a determined expression, she stood in front of Qin Baihe. Qin Baihe breathed in deeply, her lustrous black hair spread out as countless flower petals descended, it was a beautiful scene. Within the fragrant flower petals that rained down, Qin Baihe with pale white skin was like a fairy of flowers, it was a moving scene. Over at Yu Chan, her aura was rising, it was becoming stronger. The immortal killer move was activated, droplets of rain filled the sky, before turning into a misty fog that shielded both her and Qin Baihe. Fang Yuan stood in the air, watching them with a nonchalant attitude, purple light flickered in his eyes as he smiled, Qin Baihe, you want to communicate with the outside world, this killer move fragrant flowery words will not work, don't waste your effort. Saying so, he willed as countless purple stars descended and filled the world. The purple stars crashed down as Yu Chan's rain shield and Qin Baihe's flowers suffered terrible damage. Fang Yuan controlled the immortal battlefield killer move, after creating a wisdom path environment, he had a huge territorial advantage, he suppressed both water path and wood path. My immortal battlefield was created by deduction using 3 rank 8 battlefield killer moves and 18 killer moves as reference. I named it Purple Star Broken Life. It only has one ability, that is to conceal traces and isolate you from the outside world. The space in here is huge, but it only occupies one tiny spot in the outside world. Even if anyone came here, they would not notice the battlefield. Feng Yuan spoke casually, but these two fairies felt their hearts turning cold. Qin Bai he was shocked and uncertain. She was shocked because Feng Yuan actually exposed her plan. She was uncertain because she did not know if he was speaking the truth. So amazing. This Feng Yuan is so scheming, he is definitely not someone who has brawn without brains. Qin Bai he thought about it for a while. She was covered in sweat, she could see how tough Feng Yuan was to deal with. Regardless of the truth behind his words, she had already wavered. This was more effective than most wisdom path killer moves. Yu Chan was someone with a firm attitude, she shouted as she pushed with her palms. Instantly, raindrops moved as countless crystal clear water threads gathered into a huge fish monster. Immortal killer move, whale form rain. Feng Yuan snorted as his gaze shifted, countless purple stars crashed down and completely suppressed the fish monster and two fairies. This immortal battlefield killer move had many of Feng Yuan's wisdom path Immortal Gu, it had great power. However, Yu Chan and Qin Bai he desperately held on like tough rocks facing impending waves. That huge fish monster was in poor shape after the purple star's attack, but Yu Chan sustained her killer move and replenished it with rainwater. Immortal killer move, Soul Beast Summoning. Feng Yuan willed as he summoned 5 ancient soul beasts, attacking the two fairies. He did not use your beast summoning because soul beast summoning was superior. The ancient soul beasts were under Feng Yuan's control, they were obedient, but the suppression of the battlefield made them feel uncomfortable. Inside this wisdom path battlefield killer move, the effect would be better if Feng Yuan used wisdom path Immortal Gu or killer moves. Other paths would still face suppression and conflict, it was not like the sovereign immortal body. After this, I should modify a soul path battlefield killer move and use it with soul beast summoning, the effect would be great. Feng Yuan thought. The wisdom path battlefield killer move was more useful for concealment and preventing deductions. This was the advantage of the path itself, so Feng Yuan deduced a wisdom path battlefield killer move first. The ancient soul beasts were ferocious, assaulting the two female immortals and fighting against them. They were controlled by Feng Yuan, they ignored the fish monster and directly attacked Qin Bai he and Yu Chan, causing them to be in great danger. During the intense battle, Yu Chan's heart sank. Feng Yuan has not attacked yet, but we are already desperately trying to stay alive. If he attacks, we are dead meat. Feng Yuan was still far away, watching the two females in tough combat. After a long time of resting and practicing, his methods were now abundant, he had no clear weaknesses. Even without using any signature methods, he forced these two rank 7 Gu immortals into a corner. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know. Report chapter so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1486, Death of Beauties. Chapter 1486, Death of Beauties. Translator. Atlas Studios. Editor. Atlas Studios. Under Feng Yuan's ferocious attacks, after a dozen breaths, Yu Chan felt fatigued, she could not carry on much longer. Sigh. Qin Bai he sighed deeply as she stopped the immortal killer move fragrant flowery words that had been active. Feng Yuan did not lie to her, fragrant flowery words was useless here, Qin Bai he had tested it, she joined the battle with a heavy heart. She was a Woodpath Gu immortal, she used her killer moves consecutively. Only to see that flowers were falling everywhere, some of her moves had corrosive gases, some of her moves had endless flower petal blades. Qin Bai he's long dress was fluttering with her black hair, she seemed to be dancing in the battle, her body was elegant and extremely attractive. On the other hand, Yu Chan shouted heroically but seductively at the same time. 1. The two women were famous fairies in Eastern Sea's Gu immortal world indeed, they had incredible elegance and were very attractive. If any ordinary Gu immortal met these two precious gems, they would already be melted by their appearance. Why would they find problems with them? Not to mention killing them. It was a pity that the two girls met Fang Yuan. Immortal Killer Move, Ancient Sword Dragon Transformation. Immortal Killer Move, Reverse Flow Protection Seal. Roar. The sword dragon roared and suddenly appeared, charging at the two girls without stopping. Oh no! Yu-chan shouted loudly. Qin Baihe's heart was about to jump out. She gritted her teeth. Evil fiend, take this move. Saying so, flower petals gathered around her and formed into a tornado, sweeping towards the ancient sword dragon. Yu-chan also reacted as she shouted, I will lend you a hand. Saying so, she used her water path killer move and shot out a tidal current. The current fused into the petal tornado and instantly, the tornado grew by several times, its power and multiplied. What a great fusion of water and wood! Qin Baihe praised as her confidence level rose. The flower petal tornado crashed into the ancient sword dragon as after a moment, the ancient sword dragon was completely destroyed by the tornado. Such an incredible result did not make these two fairies happy, they showed an expression of shock instead. Oh no, this ancient sword dragon is fake. Qin Baihe had just thought of this when a huge silver dragon appeared behind her soundlessly. Time seemed to have stopped at that moment. Qin Baihe turned around with difficulty. With the corner of her eyes, she could see that the ancient sword dragon had opened its mouth, biting into her tiny body. Those sharp dragon fangs shining with cold light were like spears. Qin Baihe felt a chill upon seeing them. Fang Yuan, you are a reputed person with rank 8 battle strength, you actually sneak attacked. At the other side, Yu-chan shouted with deep anger in her. Fang Yuan had such an advantage but he still sneak attacked. He was truly too shameless. He did not have the disposition of an expert, he was too shameless. Seeing that Qin Baihe was about to end up in his mouth, at the moment of crisis, Yu-chan attacked with unprecedented ferocity. A huge rain started to drizzle, the raindrops shot towards Fang Yuan like countless arrows. Fang Yuan laughed coldly in his heart, he bit hard without concern. Thump. Because he used too much force, when his teeth collided, there was a dull and loud sound. No! Yu-chan screamed in shock. Almost at the same time, her strong attacks were all reflected back to her by reverse flow protection seal. Yu-chan defended herself in a panic. At this moment, she truly felt how weak she was. How can I beat him? His defensive method uses reverse flow river, all of my attacks are reflected back at me, he is too shameless. Yu-chan felt like she was in an icy abyss. However, when Fang Yuan opened his mouth, there were no bones or flesh, only some petals were in between his teeth. And on the other end, the flying petals gathered and formed a human body. The body quickly moved away, it was a naked Qin Baihe, without any clothes. At this moment, she had used her life-saving killer move and rendered Fang Yuan's attack useless. Qin Baihe managed to escape with her life. Baihe! Yu-chan shouted happily. Qin Baihe had an ashen expression, her lips were trembling. She had escaped from death. The situation was so dangerous earlier, she was only a second away from actually dying. The flower petals flew towards her and gathered on her body, instantly turning into a beautiful dress. Yu-chan quickly flew over and regrouped with her. The two girls had alerted gazes as they looked at Fang Yuan. From the depth of their eyes, there was deep fear and shock. The ancient sword dragon's attack missed but it did not attack again, its dragon pupils were observing the surroundings. I understand now, so that's it. Suddenly, the ancient sword dragon's mouth opened as its voice reverberated in the two girls' ears. Swoosh swoosh swoosh. Countless purple stars shot down again, all of the petals in the battlefield were decimated. Qin Baihe's body shook intensely. Fang Yuan's act left her with no way out, she could not use that life-saving method again. Ancient sword dragon roared again as it pounced. The two fairies were pale and were biting their lips, fighting for their lives. This was truly a battle of survival. The two fairies did not dare to hold back anymore, they used their trump cards. Boom boom boom. The intense attacks resulted in dazzling lights, it was like a fireworks display. The ancient sword dragon crossed the fireworks and moved smoothly, reverse flow protection seal reflected all attacks away from it, it was truly unstoppable. The two girls were injured, and their injuries were deepening rapidly. However, Fang Yuan could not take their lives in the meantime. These two fairies were rank 7 Gu immortals, they had many methods to protect themselves, being famous people with deep foundations, they were not so simple. Fang Yuan, don't attack, we surrender. We acknowledge your strength, I swear that we will step out of the dragonfish business from now on. Please let us off. After a while of fighting, the two girls were bathed in blood and panting, they begged for mercy. There was no hope of victory for them in this battle at all. From start to end, Fang Yuan had the upper hand, the two girls were resisting desperately, but they could not last much longer. We can pay resources and large amounts of wealth, as long as you let us off. That's right, if we fight to the death, we will detonate our immortal Gu, you will get nothing. We should not have been enemies with you, these dragonfish are all yours, we have learned a lesson already, if we see you again, we will take a detour. We swear that after this battle, we will not be enemies with you or initiate any acts of revenge. The two girls said one after another, their opinions were the same. Truly intelligent and perceptive of the situation. The ancient sword dragon stopped attacking and floated elegantly in the air. His cold dragon eyes looked at the two women as Fang Yuan said, then offer one immortal Gu each to me, that will express your sincerity. The two girls' hearts tightened, they looked at each other, feeling that Fang Yuan was truly hard to deal with. Once they lost their immortal Gu, their battle strength would fall rapidly. But if they did not hand over their immortal Gu, they would be in mortal danger. After a bit of hesitation, Yu Chan said, we will agree to this condition, but to prevent any accidents, let's set an agreement to not harm each other, we will use information path methods from both sides. Let's do it. Fang Yuan nodded. However, during their negotiation, they met with obstruction. Qin Baihe and Yu Chan emphasized that once Fang Yuan violates the agreement, he would be faced with death. He would not accept that. Fang Yuan had his own schemes, he had the self-cleansing immortal formation, he planned to use this immortal formation to get rid of the alliance agreements that were not favorable to him. But Fang Yuan could not control this method himself, it would take some time to get rid of these Dao marks. If it was an instant death rule, self-cleansing immortal formation could not help him. Fang Yuan did not want to let these two Gu immortals off. If he did, it would be very hard to capture them again like this. Furthermore, Heavenly Court might remove the alliance agreement for them, that would aggravate the situation. In this dragonfish business, Fang Yuan would still have a strong contender in that case. The two did not reach an agreement, the two girls understood Fang Yuan's intentions completely. Fang Yuan, it seems you really want us to die. Even if we die, we will not let you gain anything. Filled with rage, these two girls chose to fight to the death. Fang Yuan smiled coldly, his killing intent surging. After some fighting, he found a chance and his attack landed, half of Qin Baihe's body was torn apart. The entire left side of her body was slashed apart, her organs and bones could be seen inside. Baihe, I will help you. Yu Chan was extremely worried, she came to help but did not know that Fang Yuan's true target was her. Yu Chan was caught unguarded and was bit by the ancient sword dragon. Plop. Thick blood oozed out of the crevices between his sharp teeth. Crack, crack. Fang Yuan chewed and swallowed, this beautiful Yu Chan had turned into a pile of mushy flesh and blood, she had died. Ah, Chan heir. Qin Baihe saw that her beloved was killed, she screamed in grief, her eyes were red as tears flowed out. Fang Yuan, you murderer, I will not let you off. Qin Baihe did not dodge anymore, she charged at Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan sneered, he used the immortal killer move Purple Thought Perception Starlight to break Qin Baihe's defense. Next, he opened his mouth and breathed out his sword-like dragon breath. After the dragon breath passed, Qin Baihe's body was completely decimated, only her head was left, staring angrily at Fang Yuan. Her beautiful face was still intact, but it was twisted and covered in blood. Fang Yuan flew over slowly and slashed with his dragon claws. Splat! Like watermelon landing on the ground, the dragon claw tore Qin Baihe's head into pieces as brain matter and blood splattered on the ground. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know. Report chapter so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1487, Searching for Loot. Chapter 1487, Searching for Loot. Translator. Atlas Studios. Editor. Atlas Studios. With the flash of a bright light, ancient sword dragon returned to human form. Yu Chan and Qin Baihe were dead. From now on, Eastern Sea only had 4 out of 6 fairies left. Fang Yuan slaughtered them mercilessly without a change in expression. He targeted them and used his immortal method. Soon, 2 immortal apertures were taken out and sealed temporarily. Fang Yuan inherited Shadow Sect. He gained Blazing Heaven Demonis Immortal Aperture Retrieval Method. He also had many other methods that were useful against immortal apertures. Before coming to Eastern Sea, Fang Yuan had already deduced a method to temporarily seal immortal apertures and carry them with him. Thus, Fang Yuan was not busy dealing with the immortal apertures yet. He retracted his immortal battlefield killer move Purple Star Broken Life before calling out Ing Wu Xia, Bai Ming Bing and the rest. In order to guard against unexpected mishaps, all of Shadow Sect's members were brought with him to Eastern Sea inside the Sovereign Immortal Aperture. Ancient Battle Formation, Omnidirectional Travel. This killer move originally had flaws and was not very useful, but Fang Yuan had modified it greatly. Thus, once he used it, Fang Yuan and the other 3 immortals immediately left Dragonfish Sea area and arrived at White Crane Sea area. White Crane Sea area had a clear breeze and a calm sea. There was blue skies and white clouds. There was a clear horizon between the sea and sky. Countless white cranes were flying around or standing elegantly on the small islands and resting. Fang Yuan did not stop here. He plunged into the deep sea. The rest of the Shadow Sect Gu immortals followed Fang Yuan's instructions and started to capture the white cranes in the area. Fang Yuan went to the bottom of the sea. His eyes were sharp as he noticed an immortal Gu house straight away. It turned out that he had given up a portion of Dragonfish Sea area to rush to White Crane Sea area just for Qin Baihe's rank 6 immortal Gu house Baihe Palace. When Qin Baihe left, she did not bring this immortal Gu house with her. For one, peace was too ingrained in her, she was too careless, and on the other hand, she left behind the immortal Gu house to defend White Crane Sea area from accidents. Fang Yuan directly approached Baihe Palace. The door opened. It actually allowed Fang Yuan to enter. Because he had turned into Qin Baihe's appearance, familiar faces effect was too amazing, and only Qin Baihe's will was left in this immortal Gu house. Fang Yuan successfully entered Baihe Palace and withdrew Qin Baihe's will. The will did not suspect anything until it entered Fang Yuan's mind. But Fang Yuan was prepared for it. With his mind as the battlefield, he quickly captured this will. And using the will, he slowly took over this Baihe Palace. Even with his wisdom path immortal Gu and methods, he had to spend a day and night to successfully gain ownership of Baihe Palace. And now, Fang Yuan finally had his own immortal Gu house. But this Baihe Palace is not complete. It lacks a lot of things and has low power. It only uses 2 rank 6 immortal Gu as the cores. This was specially designed to house Qin Baihe's concubines. Baihe Palace was not reliable. It was quite fragile and was far weaker than He tribe's immortal Gu house dark prison. After controlling it, Fang Yuan took a good look at the structure and memorized its profundities before taking it apart, obtaining a large number of Gu worms and 2 rank 6 immortal Gu. One was wood path and the other was food path, named Eat Fragrance. This was out of Fang Yuan's expectations. The Gu worms on Yu Chan and Qin Baihe, be it immortal Gu or mortal Gu, were not left to Fang Yuan. Thus, the Gu worms that constructed by He Palace were all of Fang Yuan's gains in terms of Gu worms. Eat Fragrance Immortal Gu was like a wooden box, small and exquisite, with the size of an adult's index finger. It had a useless ability, that was to help the Gu immortal eat fragrance qi and fill their stomachs. But in this world, there are no useless Gu worms, only useless Gu masters. Fang Yuan had a food path inheritance. With a shift of these thoughts, he found many ways to make use of Eat Fragrance Immortal Gu. Even though this immortal Gu was useless when used alone, it could be paired with other Gu worms and display a useful effect that was worth expecting. Currently, Fang Yuan only had one food path immortal Gu, named Snack. With the addition of Eat Fragrance, his insufficiency in food path immortal Gu was reduced to an extent. This was a joyful surprise to Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan disassembled by He Palace and killed all of the concubines inside it, only their souls were left behind. After returning to White Crane Sea area, the Shadow Sect immortals were still busy fighting against time, capturing and taking the resources inside the sea area. The cranes had formed into groups, there was a huge number of them. There were countless ordinary white cranes, 21 desolate beast cranes, and 4 ancient desolate beast cranes. After spending some effort, Fang Yuan and the rest captured all of the white cranes and even took all of the resources in the sea. There were 2 types of resources in the sea. One was Great History Iron, it was a rank 7 immortal material of Metal Path and Wisdom Path. There was also an Egg Crystal Rock, it was the life essence of eggmen after death. There were a lot of Egg Crystal Rocks, showing that long ago in White Crane Sea area, there was a huge group of eggmen living here. Fang Yuan stored away all of these as he used omnidirectional travel to return to Dragonfish Sea area. There were still many dragonfish left here, the scale was far larger than the ones Fang Yuan owned. Fang Yuan kept all of them in his immortal aperture, this fortune made his dragonfish quantity increase by dozens of times. Yu Chan was the #1 seller in the dragonfish business indeed, her foundation was so deep even Fang Yuan felt shocked. After emptying Dragonfish Sea area, Fang Yuan looked at the sky, but nobody was coming. Heavenly Court is making no movement. To think that I still stalled for time purposely to lure out Heavenly Court's reinforcements. Fang Yuan let out a breath of air, his expression was icy. He had prepared amply, even against a rank 8 Gu immortal, he had no fear. Heavenly Court could guess Fang Yuan's identity and help Yu Chan to resist Fang Yuan. Similarly, he could deduce that Heavenly Court was behind her. Fang Yuan came here, it was an assault on Yu Chan and Qin Bai He, but he was also probing Heavenly Court. And after probing, Heavenly Court still took no actions. This was a little surprising. Heavenly Court actually sent nobody. Did Fairy Ziwei fail to predict this? Did she not react in time? Or maybe Heavenly Court does not have the manpower after all. Fang Yuan's gaze flickered, as an experienced schemer, he guessed the problem Heavenly Court was facing now. Heavenly Court did lack manpower now. Fang Yuan had felt this back when he was escaping in Western Desert. But now, he had confirmed his guess. Since Heavenly Court's Gu immortals did not come, Fang Yuan was not going to wait in vain. Using omnidirectional travel to leave Dragonfish Sea area, he landed Yu Chan's and Qin Bai He's immortal apertures in an unnamed sea area in Eastern Sea. A rank 7 water path immortal aperture and a rank 7 wood path immortal aperture. While the immortal aperture was turning into a blessed land, Fang Yuan went inside. Inside Yu Chan blessed land, the acknowledgement requirement was to kill Fang Yuan. He was very crafty, he changed his appearance and disguised himself before going in. Immortal Killer Move, Blood Light Spirit Suppression. Yu Chan's land spirit was suppressed by Fang Yuan, the water path immortal aperture was soon annexed by Fang Yuan. And in Bai He blessed land, the land spirit's condition had to do with Bai He Palace. But Fang Yuan ignored it, he used Blood Light Spirit Suppression to subdue the land spirit. However, he could not annex a wood path blessed land, he could only let it stay here now. Since the blessed land could not be found easily when its entrance was closed, this place was still quite safe. Like what Fang Yuan had expected, the two blessed lands had no Gu worms, even the resources inside were all destroyed already. Yu Chan and Qin Baihe did not want to leave anything to this murderer. Thankfully, not everyone could trigger the winds of assimilation. After doing all these, Fang Yuan did not want to stay in Eastern Sea anymore, he left. The crimes he committed this time, killing both Yu Chan, Qin Baihe and ransacking their sea areas, would soon be exposed and create a huge commotion in Eastern Sea's Gu immortal world. It was not an exaggeration. Be it Qin Baihe or Yu Chan, they were people with huge influences. And because the Gu immortal world had been peaceful for too long, it would cause some panic with the death of two rank 7 experts. Eastern Sea's Gu immortals would be worried for their safety. There would also be a lot of Gu immortal coming with various reasons, like taking revenge for Yu Chan and Qin Baihe, upholding justice, greed over their assets, or to establish their fame. A lot of Gu immortals were going to track down Fang Yuan. Why would he not leave? Even though Fang Yuan was fearless with rank 8 battle strength, he did not want to engage himself in these troublesome affairs. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know. Report chapter so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1488, Crimes Exposed. Chapter 1488, Crimes Exposed. Translator. Atlas Studios. Editor. Atlas Studios. Several days later. A Gu immortal was flying above White Crane Sea area. This Gu immortal wore a green shirt and had a young appearance. His nose was sharp and his face was wide, his eyes were shining like stars. Rank 7 aura emanated from his body. His name was Qin Yu Zhicheng. He had a huge origin, being a Gu immortal from the Eastern Sea Super Force Qin Yu clan. He was the bloodline descendant of the first Supreme Elder, Qin Yuan. This is. Seeing the barren state of White Crane Sea area, Qin Yu Zhicheng's expression sank. He had affection towards Qin Baihe. Even though he knew she was into women, he could accept it. Even though he could accept Qin Baihe, she did not accept him. It was truly a one-sided affection. Qin Yu Zhicheng was rejected from the start, but he had never given up. He had persevered for the last decade. Even though Qin Baihe disliked him, she did not want to be on bad terms with Qin Yu clan. Thus, she always replied to Qin Yu Zhicheng's letters, albeit half-heartedly. Qin Yu Zhicheng would write her a love letter once in a while, but Qin Baihe would only reply with one word, read, or okay. Qin Yu Zhicheng was satisfied with receiving read, but if he got okay, he would be smiling for the next few days. Humans were not emotionless, even Gu immortals had lust and feelings of love towards others. But recently, he had not been getting any responses to his letters. Qin Yu Zhicheng tried to contact her but they all failed. He had a bad feeling in his heart. He could not wait any longer. He directly came to White Crane Sea area. Once he saw the barren state of White Crane Sea area, Qin Yu Zhicheng's brows became tightly locked. In the past, White Crane Sea area had a serene environment with flying white cranes. It was filled with vitality, but now, it was robbed bare. There was literally nothing left. Fairy Baihe, where are you? Qin Yu Zhicheng's bad feeling was getting worse. He immediately dived into the sea. He had been here many times. Even though Qin Baihe did not welcome him, he often found many appropriate reasons to find her. This time, after entering the sea, the image that he saw was far different from the image in his mind. He saw a huge trench with countless crevices and broken rocks. Qin Yu Zhicheng's heart sank to rock bottom. Oh no, looking at the situation here, this place was robbed. After checking for a while, Qin Yu Zhicheng was filled with rage. They have such guts. They dare to rob Fairy Baihe Sea area. The great history iron and egg crystal rocks were all plundered. This person is so arrogant. Fairy Baihe, you must be safe. Qin Yu Zhicheng thought of the person he loved as he felt shocked and scared. He looked around but did not find that rank 6 immortal Gu house Baihe palace. Qin Yu Zhicheng was unresigned. He used his investigative method to look at the surroundings again. He found nothing. Qin Baihe seemed to have vanished into thin air, Baihe Palace was missing too, and even more strangely, Qin Yu Zhiqing could not find any traces of battle in this place at all. Fang Yuan did not kill Qin Baihe or Yuchan here, that was in Dragonfish Sea area. But even if Qin Yu Zhiqing went to Dragonfish Sea area, he would not find any traces. Fang Yuan's methods to erase traces were simply too outstanding. And the battle was even conducted in the battlefield killer move Purple Star Broken Life. Qin Yu Zhiqing could not find anything, he felt suspicious. Fairy Baihe is an expert among rank 7 Gu immortals, it is unlikely that anyone can kill her stealthily. Unless it is a rank 8 Gu immortal. But rank 8s usually govern a domain and restrict each other, any movement from them would cause a huge commotion, how could they come to kill Fairy Baihe without reason? Hee. Thinking of this, Qin Yu Zhiqing's worries lifted. But soon, his expression turned stiff. Don't tell me Fairy Baihe got sick of me and decided to change locations and moved all her resources with her. Qin Yu Zhiqing thought about it, the possibility was slim. White Crane Sea area produced a lot of resources, how could Qin Baihe give up on it? Even if she found a better area, there was no reason to leave this place alone. Unless, she encountered an unbeatable enemy. Against such a strong foe, she had no choice but to give up and retreat. Qin Yu Zhiqing had another thought. But soon, he shook his head, if she met with a strong enemy, why would Fairy Baihe not seek help? With her network, with just one word, she would receive a lot of help from various Gu immortals. So what happened exactly? Why did Fairy Baihe vanish so mysteriously? Qin Yu Zhiqing frowned deeply. He did not think that Qin Baihe was dead. Firstly, he did not want to think in that direction. Secondly, that possibility was too bizarre. Qin Baihe was a famous person in Eastern Sea's Gu immortal world, her strength was not weak, she was rank 7. Who could easily kill such a person? Like what Qin Yu Zhiqing had said, unless it was a rank 8 Gu immortal. But this possibility was even slimmer. The 5 regions have been in peace for too long, Qin Yu Zhiqing subconsciously felt that such a cruel murder would not occur, and it would definitely not happen to his beloved fairy. But after his investigation, Qin Yu Zhiqing had a conclusion. Regardless of what happened, Fairy Baihe must be in trouble, I need to find her and help her. At once, the thought of the hero saving the beauty appeared in Qin Yu Zhiqing's mind. If there are no clues here, I will find the nearby Gu immortals and ask them. Yuchan's name soon appeared in Qin Yu Zhiqing's mind. Yuchan's Dragonfish Sea area was famous too. And in terms of distance, Yuchan was closest to Qin Baihe. They were basically neighbors. Qin Yu Zhiqing moved with lightning speed, he immediately left White Crane Sea area and spent some effort to reach Dragonfish Sea area. Dragonfish Sea area was in a worse state than White Crane Sea area, this place used to have countless dragonfish swimming about in millions per group, it was one of the most amazing sights in Eastern Sea, but now, it was empty. A breeze was blowing as the seawater became turbulent, waves were created endlessly. What is happening? Even Dragonfish Sea area was robbed. Qin Yu Zhiqing was tongue-tied, he expressed shock in his eyes. Qin Baihe and Yuchan Sea areas were in such states, who was the one who caused this? After all, both Yuchan and Qin Baihe were powerful rank 7 experts, they were not weak at all. This time, Qin Yu Zhiqing not only felt suspicion, he felt fear. He came extremely alert, he went deep into the sea to investigate, but the sad thing was he found out nothing. How can this be? What happened exactly? Not just Fairy Baihe, even Fairy Yuchan also encountered this. Wait, the dragonfish business, Treasure Yellow Heaven. Qin Yu Zhiqing's body shook as he connected to Treasure Yellow Heaven. Yuchan's dragonfish business was famous in all 5 regions, she definitely had her will in Treasure Yellow Heaven to manage the dragonfish business. Qin Yu Zhiqing's consciousness entered Treasure Yellow Heaven as he quickly contacted Yuchan's will. Once they conversed, Qin Yu Zhiqing found out that Yuchan's will had no idea what happened. Yuchan and her will communicate quite frequently, the interval is at most 3 days each time. This means that in the last 3 days, she and Fairy Bai He have encountered a mysterious attack. Qin Yu Ji Cheng's felt sweat dripping off his forehead. The more he investigated, the more he uncovered the truth. It was mysterious and terrifying. Be it Yuchan or Qin Bai He, they would not take away the resources randomly and run away. All this showed that they had met with an unstoppable threat. An intense worry filled Qin Yu Ji Cheng's heart. No, I need to get home and get help from the Gu immortals in my clan. Qin Yu Ji Cheng looked at the empty dragonfish sea area as he felt a chill down his spine. He quickly returned and did not dare to stay any longer. Qin Bai He's and Yuchan's murder was exposed. Even though there was no evidence pointing to the two fairies' deaths, with Qin Yu clan's great strength, they quickly unveiled a portion of the truth. Meanwhile, the culprit behind this murder case was scot-free, flying casually in Western Desert. After leaving Eastern Sea, Fang Yuan did not go to Northern Plains. Instead, he went past southern border and arrived in Western Desert. Above the clouds, Fang Yuan's consciousness entered the sovereign immortal aperture as he inspected his gains from Eastern Sea. After killing Yuchan and Qin Bai He, Fang Yuan's gains were huge. He gained a large number of dragonfish. The scale far surpassed Dragon Scale Sea area. They were living all over mini Eastern Sea now. He also got a high quantity of great history iron and egg crystal rocks. There were also 2 rank 6 immortal Gu. Fang Yuan had already started arranging their food. Qin Bai He's wood path immortal aperture was left in Eastern Sea. He could not annex it or bring it with him. Yuchan's water path immortal aperture was already annexed. He gained a huge sea area and a large number of water path Dao marks. But these gains were far inferior to City Well. Indeed, the secluded domain of heaven and earth, City Well, was now in Fang Yuan's sovereign immortal aperture. After Fang Yuan went to Eastern Sea, he first went to Turbulent Flow Sea area and moved the City Well that was left there into sovereign immortal aperture. After that, he went to Dragonfish Sea area and killed Yuchan and Qin Bai He. Secluded domain of heaven and earth, City Well. Fang Yuan had wanted to get City Well long ago, but back then, pulling Mountain Immortal Gu was ineffective against it. He could not relocate it into his immortal aperture. But now, using the light of wisdom, he created an immortal killer move using pulling Mountain Immortal Gu as the core, to target and move City Well. After a long time of hard work, he succeeded. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know. Report chapter so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1489, Variant Human Raising Plan. Chapter 1489, Variant Human Raising Plan. Translator. Atlas Studios. Editor. Atlas Studios. The well was squarish on the outside, but it was circular on the surface inside. City Well. Fang Yuan thought about it. He placed City Well in mini central continent. After Dang Hun Mountain, Luo Pa Valley, and Reverse Flow River, this was Fang Yuan's 4th secluded domain of heaven and earth. Throughout history, there were few Gu immortals who could achieve the feat of collecting 4 secluded domains of heaven and earth. City Well was written in the legends of Renzu. It was formerly the living environment of many men. Right now, that mini city in City Well had been destroyed by Fang Yuan. Originally, Minuscule Mountain was inside it, but it had already been removed from City Well and destroyed in Northern Plains. However, Fang Yuan's City Well was not empty. There were many blessed lands inside it. The owner of these immortal apertures were the ones who were killed by Fang Yuan using City Well. After the immortal aperture becomes a blessed land, it needed to absorb heaven and earth chi. The entrance had to be open to connect to the outside world. Fang Yuan had taken the chance to enter and explore these blessed lands. Those without land spirits that could be ransacked were already looted. The remaining blessed lands had a lot of cultivation resources left behind. Fang Yuan did not take them yet. Now that I have blood light spirit suppression, I can suppress these land spirits, but without the upper extreme heavenly eagle, I cannot enter. These immortal apertures entrances were closed now. Fang Yuan could not enter for the time being. If I can annex these immortal apertures, and take all of their resources away, my Dao marks will rise sharply and my immortal aperture development will also increase. This was a huge amount of profits that Fang Yuan could not devour yet, but it was already his, so there was little chance of getting stolen. Fang Yuan was quite pleased. Other than these blessed lands, City Well has huge value, it cannot be underestimated. With City Well, Fang Yuan could raise variant humans and even purebred humans. This was a good thing. The Gu Immortal World classified the development of immortal apertures into 7 levels. The first level was establishing mortal resources, to produce mortal Gu materials, and ordinary beasts and plants. The second level was to have immortal material resources to feed immortal Gu. The third level was to raise and produce immortal beasts and plants, completing the ecosystem. The fourth level was to use excess immortal materials, beasts, and plants to trade and earn profits. The fifth level was to produce immortal Gu naturally in the immortal aperture. The sixth level was to raise variant human and humans, and produce Gu immortals among them. The seventh level was to produce lifespan Gu. These 7 levels were in order, they were the summation of the Gu Immortal World's experiences throughout time, until now, it was the golden rule of Gu Immortal cultivation. It was not that Gu Immortals could not raise variant humans or humans in their immortal aperture from the start, but if they did, the results would not be optimal, and they would be wasting their own foundation instead. These 7 levels were in order, it was created by generations of geniuses in the Gu Immortal World for countless years. If one progressed using this template, their immortal apertures would be very stable and healthy. Fang Yuan was currently at the 3rd and 4th level, he was quite far from the 5th level. But he had City Well now, he could directly jump into the 6th level of development. City Well could allow a Gu Immortal to jump levels and raise variant humans and even humans easily. What was the advantage of raising variant humans or humans? The benefits were too immense. Each variant human race has its own unique resources. For example, snowmen had ice tears and snow lotus essence, rock men had rock dragons, while feathermen had freedom Gu. If these resources were produced on a large scale, they would be sold in the market for huge profits. Other than these unique resources, there was also one common resource. That was, human Qi. Heaven Qi, Earth Qi, human Qi. Balancing these 3 Qi was the crucial point of immortal ascension. During the process of immortal ascension, the higher the human Qi, the greater the Gu Master's foundation, and the better the quality of the immortal aperture formed. After becoming a Gu Immortal, human Qi's usage would fall by a lot. The Gu Immortal only needed to balance heaven and earth Qi, replenishing them once in a while to stabilize their immortal aperture world. But that did not mean that human Qi was useless. Conversely, human Qi was extremely important to Gu Immortals. But the method to use human Qi had been lost long ago. Qi Path was created earlier than Strength Path, it was strong in the past, but had declined by now. At the moment, there were quite a few methods to use human Qi as a Gu material. Especially some Qi Path Gu Immortals with some exotic methods, even though these Qi Path Gu Immortals were quite rare already. Be it variant humans or normal humans, they could produce human Qi. The higher the number and strength of the variant humans and normal humans, the higher quantity of the human Qi. Of course, under the same circumstances, the human Qi produced by a variant human is lower in quantity than a pure-bred human. Other than human Qi, there would also be a lot of special, immortal materials that would be produced by variant humans and humans. For example, Fan Door Wind. This rank 7 immortal material only grew on the doors of mortal houses, instead of in nature like forests or mountains. Whenever this immortal material is produced, the mortal's door would not be able to close, it could only stay open. Such a special immortal material could not be found in the wilderness. And there is a hypothesis in shadow sex inheritance. The more human Qi one accumulates, the more likely that Gu Immortal can comprehend the profundity of human path. Thinking of this, bright light shined in Fang Yuan's eyes. Human path. This was the path created by Renzu. Throughout history, some rank 8 great experts or rank 9 venerables would comprehend some of the profundities inside the legends of Renzu in their lives. For example, Giant Sun Immortal Venerable studied the legends of Renzu and created all living beings' luck and heaven and earth luck. Or for example, the ancestor Chai Fu from Southern Borders Chai clan, he had created the human path killer move from studying the legends of Renzu in his later years, allowing Chai clan to become a superforce. Such instances were innumerable. In my situation, if I start raising variant humans and humans, it would only destroy my immortal aperture's environment, I would waste too much time and effort, my foundation would be expended. But with City Well, I will be able to raise them in isolation, it will not interfere with my immortal aperture development. Furthermore, raising variant humans or humans in City Well will be more effective than usual due to the special environment. Forget about humans, their intelligence is too high, and they expend too many resources. Now, I should choose one type of variant humans to raise in here. There were 10 variant human races in the Gu world. They were hairy men, rock men, snowmen, feather men, mermen, ink men, egg men, beast men, mini-man, and mushroom men. Each had their own specialty. Which one should I choose? Fong Yuan had not decided. There was only one City Well, he could only choose one type of them to raise. Because variant humans needed different living environments, raising more than one would only result in losses to him. Forget about beast men, they are extinct. Hairy men. I do need them to refine Gu for me. Rock men. I had raised a batch before, with Guts Gu, I can raise them very easily. Snowmen are good too, I am related to them by marriage now, the Snowman tribe is supporting me. As for Mini-Man, they are suited for this City Well to begin with, my immortal aperture development also needs these Mini-Man to nurture my immortal plants. As for Feathermen, Mermen, Inkmen, Eggmen, and Mushroom Men, either one of them would give me huge benefits too. Fong Yuan thought about it, by the time he reached his destination, he did not come up with an answer. This problem was not urgent. Because even if Fong Yuan considered it, he did not have the funds to start this huge project now. His immortal essence stone storage was quite low now. But thankfully, he had a lot of red date immortal essence, even though he had just fought against Yu Chan and Qin Bai He. This was due to the sovereign immortal aperture's time flow. After being restored and further raised by Fong Yuan's time path method, the rate of time was much higher than 1 to 60 now. Thus, Fong Yuan's red date immortal essence was accumulating rapidly. In this Eastern Sea trip, I collected City Well and killed Yu Chan. I have no rivals in the dragonfish business now, I am earning huge profits every day, that is certain. As long as I continue to sell dragonfish, my problem of low funds will be solved soon. The important thing now is thieving Heaven's dream realm. Fong Yuan thought about it as he descended from the clouds, landing on the desert. On the blazing desert, a Gu immortal was standing and waiting. He smiled as he cupped his fists at Fong Yuan. Tang Fong Ming greets Lord Fong Yuan. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know. Report chapter so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1490, Thieving Heaven's Dream Realm. Chapter 1490, Thieving Heaven's Dream Realm. Translator. Atlas Studios. Editor. Atlas Studios. Fong Yuan met Tang Fong Ming again. This person was not simple. In the 500 years of Fong Yuan's previous life, he had become extremely famous during the 5 regions chaotic war. He was almost like the Ma Hongyun of Western Desert. Of course, now that Fong Yuan inherited Shadow Sect, he learned about many things. During the 500 years of his previous life, Spectral Soul Demon Venerable successfully revived and had sovereign immortal fetus Gu. He lurked in Heavenly Court and secretly controlled the 5 regions, plotting against the world. Ma Hongyun's rise was manipulated by Shadow Sect secretly. Tang Fong Ming and even the rise of Tang Clan were also due to the actions of Shadow Sect. Even though Heavenly Court lacks manpower now and seems unable to cope, once the dream realms expand and the 5 regions get into war, all sorts of people will awaken in Heavenly Court, they will shake the world once again. Heavenly Court's foundation was too deep, even Shadow Sect could not contest it. Fong Yuan was starting to understand why Shadow Sect reacted in that way. He was now following Shadow Sect's old path. Ma Hongyun was killed but Tang clan was still around, he had to support it. Fong Yuan had decided on this long ago. Back then, when he and Tang clan interacted and worked together, he was not just trying to use their tributary of the River of Time, he also wanted to work with them sincerely. Heavenly Court was now aggressively plotting for the future, when the Great Era arrives. Yu Chan and Qin Bai He were almost used by Fairy Ziwei as pawns, therefore Fong Yuan had to eliminate them. Be it for the dragonfish business profits, or the situation of the future. To contest with a powerhouse like Heavenly Court, Fong Yuan's schemes needed to be elevated to encompass all 5 regions, he needed to plot against the world. Tang Fongming was extremely happy that Fong Yuan had arrived. The last time Fong Yuan left Western Desert, he was escaping. Tang Fongming did not expect him to return so quickly. Bring me to Thieving Heaven's dream realm. Fong Yuan spoke directly regarding his goal. Lord Fong Yuan acts quickly, I am in deep admiration, please follow me. Tang Fongming led the way. The two flew for a while before arriving on top of an unassuming desert. Tang Fongming stopped and stretched out his finger as a crack opened in the air, immortal aura permeated from it. Fong Yuan was a formation path grandmaster, he had deep foundations. After seeing this immortal formation, his eyes shined as he praised, what a good immortal Gu formation. This immortal formation's concealment was incredible, even if Fong Yuan had his investigative killer move active, he could not detect it. Lord Fong Yuan, follow me. Tang Fongming entered the crack first. Fong Yuan did not hesitate, he followed. After entering it, Fong Yuan found out that the space created by this immortal formation was like a grassland. His field of vision was very wide, there was lush greenery all around, and the most attracting thing was Thieving Heaven's dream realm at the center of the plain. Thieving Heaven's dream realm was huge, like a mountain. It was emitting a blue eerie light, radiating the entire formation path space. The 5 regions' chaotic war had not started yet, but this dream realm of Thieving Heaven was uncovered earlier and found by Tang clan, they secretly kept it and had been researching it. Even though Tang clan obtained this precious treasure, they were clueless about Dream Path, their progress was very slow in it. And this progress was already built on Tang Fongming's great talent and ingenuity. Even so, he nearly died in the dream realm. If his sister had not given up the clues to Paradise Earth's true inheritance and got help from White Sea Shatua, Tang Fongming would have died. And White Sea Shatua was a split soul of spectral soul. During the Battle of Tian Mountain, he led the Western Desert Shadow Sect members and died in the battlefield. Fong Yuan did not mention the incident with White Sea Shatua to Tang clan or Tang Fongming. The clue of Paradise Earth's true inheritance was also in Fong Yuan's hands currently. Paradise Earth's true inheritance was not Fong Yuan's focus now, he was looking at the huge dream realm of Thieving Heaven now. This blue and dazzling dream realm was very dangerous. Because it contained Heaven's will. Heaven's will could invade dream realms. Fong Yuan had suffered from this during the southern border dream realm incident. Long ago, when he explored the dream realm of Starry Sky Grotto Heaven, he also met with Heaven's will. Heaven's will appeared in star constellation Immortal Venerable's form to advise him, and allowed him to outwit Spectral Soul during the Battle of Tian Mountain. As the saying goes, people learn from mistakes. An old demon like Fong Yuan drilled this lesson into the depths of his heart. Once the dream realm manifests for too long, Heaven's will would invade it. That happened in Southern Border's giant dream realm. Thieving Heaven's dream realm, in Western Desert, has been around for even longer. I'm sure Heaven's will has already completely taken over. Fong Yuan's eyes shone with an eerie light. If it were before, I would need to avoid it. But now, hee. Fong Yuan's lips curled up as he stretched out his arm, aiming at Thieving Heaven's dream realm. Immortal aura surged as Fang Yuan's body was covered in a gray-white light. His palms were also enveloped by this gray-white light. Fang Yuan took a step forward and let both palms approach the dream realm. Eventually, the gray-white light came into contact with Thieving Heaven's dream realm while Fang Yuan's palms were merely an inch away. Fang Yuan had the sovereign immortal body, not pure dream reality seeker physique. If he really touched it, his soul would be trapped inside the dream realm. He was very vigilant about that. The gray-white light flowed like water, entering Thieving Heaven's dream realm without obstruction. The gray-white light continued to permeate as it spread out towards the surroundings from Fang Yuan's palms as the center. This phenomenon lasted for a while. It was as if the mountain-like dream realm was covered by a gray-white light. The light continued to expand, but Tang Fangming only watched quietly by the side. He could not tell what it was, but he knew it was an immortal killer move. Lord Fang Yuan is truly formidable. He actually created an immortal killer move against the dream realm. Compared to him, I have only created several dream path mortal Gu. There truly is a mountain above a mountain, a man standing above another man. Tang Fangming felt deep admiration. He felt how unfathomable Fang Yuan was. Fang Yuan was expressionless, but he was quite nervous internally. He was activating the immortal killer move, Heaven's Will Dissipation. Even though it was not his first time, this was his first attempt at using it on a dream realm. Heaven's Will Dissipation used Heavenly Secret Immortal Gu as the core. It could eliminate Heaven's Will. He had used it against Spring Autumn Cicada earlier. Now that he was using it on a dream realm, who knew what would happen? Time passed. 10 minutes went by quickly. The gray-white light had expanded quite a lot, not only on the surface, but also into Thieving Heaven's dream realm. Thieving Heaven's dream realm was like a mountain, but 1/10 of it was already covered by gray-white light. Just when Tang Fangming thought that the gray-white light was going to expand further, it stopped moving as multicolored eyes started to appear from the gray-white light. These eyes were very special. They changed colors with each blink. The number of multicolored eyes increased rapidly. After a few breaths of time, they went from tens to hundreds, and to thousands in a flash. After several tens of breaths, there were millions of multicolored eyes. They filled the gray-white light, not only on the surface, but also inside the light itself. There is an effect. Fang Yuan was excited internally but remained expressionless. Tang Fangming could not sense the fluctuation of his emotions. The multicolored eyes continued to blink as Fang Yuan's red date immortal essence was expended rapidly. The Heaven's Will in Thieving Heaven's dream realm was also getting wiped out along with it. The multicolored eyes blinked for several times before vanishing, but new eyes would grow in their place. Heaven's Will was rapidly destroyed. After a while, there was no Heaven's Will left in the gray-white light. At this time, the gray-white light would expand as the multicolored eyes moved in for more destruction. Fang Yuan activated Heaven's Will Dissipation for 3 days and nights. Eventually, in Thieving Heaven's dream realm, there was none of Heaven's Will remaining. Fang Yuan continued to activate the killer move and kept a veil of gray-white light around Thieving Heaven's dream realm at all times. This way, as long as Heaven's Will tried to invade it, it would be destroyed by the multicolored eyes in the white light. And now, Thieving Heaven's dream realm was finally safe. Next, I will explore this dream realm. Fang Yuan let out a breath of air. He was filled with joy in his heart. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know. Report chapter so we can fix it as soon as possible.